Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the live stream. Here we are with another video. If you can't tell, the photo is kind of trolling a little bit. That's Elon Musk, Jewish Elon Musk. As we talked about in the last episode, he is good friends with Netanyahu. I mean, you can just look it up on Google yourself. There's tons of pictures of them. Actually, you know what? I kind of feel like I should show you, because that's a little bit funny to me to show you guys, because so many people call him a Nazi. But and also the title is kind of just trolling. I want to keep up with this kind of content because it's getting a lot of reactions and a lot of feedback and a lot of subscribers. But of course, because I'm trying to get monetized and get paid off my channel, which I can reapply soon. Hopefully when I reapply, I'll have like double the amount of subscribers in 2 months or so. I'm going to give you guys lots of videos, videos around my local area, showing you a tour. I'm going to let you know what it's like working in Montenegro. I'm going to give you different personal experiences traveling around Europe and stuff like that. Yeah, so that'll be cool. But yeah, here's when Elon Musk visited Gaza with Netanyahu. I mean, not Gaza, Israel, but he was visiting near the Gaza Strip, if I'm correct. Here's another picture of Elon Musk and Netanyahu, and Elon visited Israel. He's been friends with Netanyahu way before his role in Doge and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep up with this content. I'm gonna keep talking about political stuff. If anyone doesn't want to watch it, they don't have to, or if anyone doesn't like it, they're welcome to do kind of a business deal with me. But I'm not really looking to like do a cheap business deal. If they want me to promote certain political content, I'm always up for that, but it's not gonna be cheap. If I had to guess, like a random deal I would do would probably have to be like $5,000 to $10,000. Even though I don't have that many followers yet, my channel is growing. Do I follow Musk? Yes, I follow Musk on X, and I follow Musk. Yeah, I love Musk. I know my channel isn't that big yet, but if anyone wanted me to stop talking about Trump and stop talking about Elon, they would have to offer me at least $5,000 to $10,000 to make other kind of political content. And it would probably be like a 5-month deal, $1,000 a month for 5 or 10 months. And I could keep it up forever on my channel, but I would need a significant amount of money to do it. Otherwise, I'm not really interested in stopping talking about the subjects I want to talk about. But if I got like a good business deal, then maybe. If they're like, only make travel videos, $5,000 to $10,000 deal, sure. Other than that, it's not happening. Realistically, no one's gonna offer me that much, so it's not happening in general. Do I follow Musk? What do you think about Musk? Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? I personally like Musk because I invested in Tesla early in 2018, and that afforded me a great life and a great lifestyle. It's just you and me here. We have two live stream viewers, so it's one other person too. But how are you, Lexus? Yeah, the reason I like Elon Musk is because I was an early investor in Tesla 2017, 2018. I invested in Tesla stock, and that made me tens of thousands of dollars just off a few $1,000 investment, truthfully. But yeah, all that money is pretty much gone now. But with the stock market going down, hopefully at my new job, I can buy a few stocks when I start next month. And hopefully I can get some more money to invest in the stock market, not just Tesla, but big companies, tech companies, and stuff like that. And yeah, I would really appreciate that, because it's everyone's crying about Trump's tariffs, this or that, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. It's just another opportunity for the stock market. Even if you have retiree accounts, like people that are retired and they're complaining about this, they're not like me and you. They're not like average people. They have hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars. If you have hundreds of thousands of dollars, Or if you have like a big retirement account, I understand. I feel bad for you. It can hurt you. It can affect you. I'm not going to be ignorant about it. But it's only been like a 5% or 13% drop from the highs. And also, you got to realize that over in the last 5 years, you have doubled your money if you just invested in an index fund. Literally, you've doubled your money just investing in like S&P 500 or the Dow Jones. Literally, any index fund that most retirement accounts invest in have doubled in the last 5 years. So I think you can maybe handle a 13% loss when you just doubled your money in 5 years for virtually no work. But I don't know. I guess it differs from person to person. But honestly, I hope no one's like actually financially affected where they can't pay their bills anymore. That would be sad to hear. But I'm just giving my personal opinions about this. Yeah, I lost a lot of money under Joe Biden's presidency. More than Trump's tariffs. Even if Trump's tariffs drop 20%, that's just another buying opportunity. What I experienced under Joe Biden's presidency was just slow growth and extremely high inflation. It doesn't matter what you think about Trump or what you think about Joe Biden. The facts are that there was worse inflation and worse cost of living under Joe Biden. It would have to take a tremendous thing like another pandemic or something to change that. But yeah. Like, who effectively wins in the trade war? I can't see how more cost to the same material makes the world better. Good question. It's not really about the cost of material. It's not really about the cost of goods. The actual thing about the trade war is Trump wants free trade for everyone. Don't get it confused. He wants free trade, but he's not going to give free trade opportunity to all these countries like Vietnam with 90% tariffs. Even if you're a liberal, even if you're a Democrat, can you take a look at one specific thing and realize that all these countries put tariffs on us before we put tariffs on them, or they all have higher tariffs on us than Trump's recent tariffs? Like, can we just all agree on that one fact that all these countries have higher tariffs on us than we have on them, for the most part? Other than that, they're either higher or they're equal. Literally, they're higher or they're equal. Can we agree on that? And if you like the commentary, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel. Almost at 3,000 subscribers. And I really appreciate each and every one of my followers and subscribers. We're a family. Even if we all don't agree on specific opinions, we're just here to have an open, friendly discussion. I'm really not too heated or emotional about it at all. People have different opinions. Plenty of my family members, much more than 2 of my family members, don't like Trump at all. Okay, I see the point, but the EU put a 5%. Ask GPG the effective tariffs. 39% is not true. I don't believe 5%. Even if ChatGPT says 5% for Europe, it might be completely different because I personally live in Europe. I'm an American citizen. I mean, I would show you outside. I'll show you outside a little bit just to kind of show you that I live in Europe. You can tell by how it looks. Maybe you can't really see. It's really dark. But yeah, I live in Montenegro. So basically, everywhere in Europe I've traveled, not everywhere, but everywhere I have traveled in Europe, every single car is a European automaker. Fords and American automakers are rare, even Tesla and stuff like that. Now, I think it really depends on the specific goods. I think a flat tariff, not 100% sure, but I don't think a flat tariff is like a really real thing. I think goods and services normally cost different. But I'm not an expert on tariffs, but I do know that there's not very many American automakers in Europe, and that must be for a specific reason. And if I'm not mistaken, the automakers tariffs are much higher for American cars in Europe than they are for European cars in America. How many European cars do you see in America? You see so many European cars in America. BMW, Audi, Porsche, Ferrari, Lamborghini. I mean, obviously those are rich people's cars. That's regardless, but I don't know about the overall flat rate tariffs. Maybe they're different, maybe they're lower, but in general, most of these countries have put us at a war. And I do agree some products will go up in cost, especially if you're buying Chinese goods. If you're unfortunately don't have that much money or you're a younger person, the main thing I can recommend for you is to buy American-made goods. Buy your groceries from markets like farmers markets and stuff like that. If you have a lot of money, obviously just don't worry about it and you can continue to buy from Publix or whatever supermarkets near you. I mean, obviously the EU produces cars that are sustainable for the EU. American cars don't fit the EU roads and consume too much fuel. And EU fuel is way more expensive. I don't 100% agree with that because what about Hyundai and Honda? They make very fuel efficient cars, and aren't these American automakers? I mean, I'm not 100% sure on Honda, but I think they are. And these are very fuel efficient cars. And also Ford offers very fuel efficient cars. Not all of them, obviously, but there are some Fords that have like 32 miles per gallon. Okay, Honda, I stand corrected. Like I said, I wasn't 100% sure. But even some Fords, what about the electric Fords, or what about like some hybrid Fords? There's lots of different Fords. Like there has to be a Ford with good gas mileage. Okay, so you live in Germany. Good point. So you do have a European perspective and whatnot. But not every car in America or not every car in Europe should be, American. Like, I think every country should focus on their own automakers personally, but we can't ignore the fact that, American cars are getting unfair deals in Europe. Like, you can't tell me people don't want, Ford Focus and Fiesta are quite popular, but I lived in Spain. I currently live in Montenegro, and compared to all the other German automakers, not German automakers, European automakers, they're very far in between. Like, there are way more, like, Ibizas and cars like that were built in Europe than, other automakers. Like, go to America. Basically, you'll see all German and other automakers from Europe. Go to Europe. You'll see basically all European cars. That just kind of is proof of unfair trade. And we buy way more cars probably than Europeans do in total. I'm not saying that as a certain guarantee, but I'm pretty sure of it. Like, add up the entire continent of Europe and compare it to Americans, we buy new cars, like even poor Americans, they buy new cars every 4 years. Like even poor ones, because we buy it mostly on credit. I think Europeans buy a lot of cars on cash, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, you can give me your opinion. But if you're new to the channel, guys, hit the like and subscribe button. But yeah, I think Americans buy new cars way more frequently than most countries do. We love new cars, and we especially like European automakers and Japanese automakers as well. The only reason the Chinese market hasn't completely taken over America is because of the previous high tariffs. I agree with you on that, but there are also, not all American cars are V8s. Not all, I don't know what you consider a good gas mileage, but I consider like a car with 25 miles per gallon relatively very, very, very good low fuel consumption. And America has a lot of cars that are low fuel consumption in my mind. Most Americans, even though gasoline is a lot cheaper in America than Europe, I understand that. Most Americans are like really like cheap about filling their car up. They all want like low consumption vehicles unless they have significant amount of money. Like a lot of automakers in America are going to electric vehicles. Can we talk about that for a second? Why aren't any of the electric vehicles that are in America coming to Europe yet, really? EV like is very interesting. Like, you know, I mean, you see in Europe specifically, you see mostly European electric automakers. I haven't really seen virtually none American automakers that are electric, other than Tesla. Tesla is somewhat popular in Europe. We can agree on that, I guess. You probably agree with me on that. But I mean, isn't Europe a big supporter of electric vehicles and stuff like that? They should be supporting more American automakers that are electric, because Americans are pushing heavily on electric automakers. Like GMC is even doing electric. Dodge is doing electric. Ford is doing electric. Trump 2025. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Well, doesn't Germany have lots of infrastructure for electric vehicles? I mean, I used to live in Barcelona, Spain. We had plenty of infrastructure for electric vehicles. I would say Europe has lots of infrastructure, in my opinion, for electric automakers, especially like France, Spain, and Germany specifically. But like Eastern European countries and some other countries, they don't really have much infrastructure, like where I am in Montenegro. Trump MAGA. Hit the like and subscribe button if you're new to the channel, like I've been saying before. I kind of get that, but I haven't really been around Germany too much, but I don't know. I have a weird feeling that they have some charging stations. Hey bro, what's up, Skido LLC? We're just talking about cars and, you know, like different cars importing to Europe and America. I mean, overall, if we're going to be honest, overall, I think European cars have a bigger reach than American cars. Especially the German automakers. Literally everyone wants a German car in America. Yeah, I've been talking about Trump's tariffs. We're kind of talking about that right now. We're talking about the tariffs on cars specifically. And like, you know, I kind of feel like the tariffs on American cars are much higher than they are on European cars. Only because I see European cars in every... Am I for or against Trump? Okay, good question. Yeah, Toyota is pretty good. Even a lot of Toyotas you don't really see in Europe. But you do see Toyotas in the Middle East and Dubai and a lot of countries like that, interesting enough. But you don't see a lot of Toyotas in Europe relative to America. Of course, you wouldn't see as much anywhere. But relatively to other countries, even like the Middle East, you don't see very many. Let me answer that one guy's question. Do I support Trump? Basically, if I had to choose between Trump or Kamala Harris or Biden, Trump all the way, because Kamala Harris is incompetent. She can't even handle herself in a basic debate or argument. And she also locked up a lot of innocent people, especially people of color she locked up, even though she's a person of color. What do I think about China's reaction to 34% tariffs? Justified? Not really justified. They've done it before. When Trump put tariffs on China, they put the exact same tariffs back, if not higher, on America. So, in my personal opinion, Trump should put even higher tariffs on China. What will be the consequences of tariffs on Elon's Tesla? Well, believe it or not, even though Elon Musk is an American-made car and he's the most American-made car, there will be consequences for virtually every single company in the stock market short term. So if you want to get Tesla stock at a good price, maybe now is a good opportunity. But I would even wait a little bit because I think the tariffs are going to keep hitting for a little bit. Trump is no means by perfect, but I believe the best option we have. He knows to shake things up. The U.S. has been stagnant for too long. Okay, I 100% agree with you on that. In 2022 and 2023, I would say the U.S. stock market was completely stagnant under Joe Biden. And that's almost worse than taking a loss. I kind of rather the stock market go down than stay stagnant, because if it goes down, that means a huge opportunity for younger people and people of all kinds to, I'm just cooking some vegetables in the background, but but yeah, I think the stock market going down, there's a huge opportunity. When it stays stagnant, just no one makes money and there's no opportunity. So I kind of think even like the stock market being stagnant is worse than almost going down. Yeah, Trump is not perfect. I don't agree with everything he's done, but he's better than most. He's better than most, and he has a lot of good policies. Will U.S.-based social media platforms have an impact? Very interesting subject. Very good question. That's a really interesting question. I don't think I really can give you an answer to that personally. But if I had a speculative guess, my answer would be no. But then again, we probably do have a lot of servers and a lot of technology equipment that we purchase, like Facebook purchases from China. So maybe a little bit. But probably much, 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 much less than the tariffs. Like instead of 35%, it might affect or instead of 37% or whatever our tariffs are on China, it might affect Facebook like 2% or like 5%, Because they probably do buy like technical equipment from Facebook. I'm only just saying this as like an IT kind of guy, because I work in IT and I'm taking an IT course right now. So I can get more opportunities and jobs in IT. But yeah, I think because we buy a lot of equipment, yes. Can't blame it on Biden fully, though it is indeed quite deeper and more complex than that. Well, I don't know if you support Biden. It's like the CompTIA Plus course. There's a lot of courses on there and stuff like that. There's a bunch of different ones that you can choose from. Can't fully blame it on Biden. That is quite deeper and more complex than that. If you want my honest opinion about everything, I think a lot of it can be blamed on Biden. But the main thing that I will say that can't be blamed on Biden, that's caused a lot of inflation and economic issues for younger generation and people in the United States, is ever since they shut down the government in 2020, the world hasn't been the same. And that's pretty much put the worst stress on everything ever. They should have never shut down, I know a lot of people want to argue and say people were dying and stuff like that. And yeah, I do think people went to the hospital. I do think people were dying and stuff like that. But I still think that what they did was unjustifiable. In no circumstance should you take freedoms away, as such as going outside or shutting down people's businesses or economy. That should be illegal. They took away people's jobs and livelihood. So I completely disagree with everything they did. Even though Trump was president, I don't think he was the main guy taking orders. I don't think he was the main guy doing orders for the world to shut down. I think there was someone else really pulling the strings of shutting the world down during the pandemic. But there were countries like Finland and Belarus and South Korea that virtually didn't shut down at all. And I think these countries probably did a lot better in their economy and their inflation than us. Well, I guess that's an interesting question too. How will tariffs affect the healthcare system? I just want to start off by saying the U.S. has the worst healthcare system ever, so virtually everything is unaffordable anyway. So if we're being realistic, only the ultra rich can afford the very best healthcare in the United States. And the only other way that you can afford it is basically through insurance. So unless you're ultra rich or you have insurance, then I don't really think it'll affect you. But the people I think that it'll affect the most is the business people. Like the people that sell medical equipment. Some of my family does that for a living. They sell medical equipment. That'll probably affect their business more than the actual cost of healthcare, because either you're already paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for healthcare in America, in my personal opinion, for like a big operation, or your insurance is paying for it, and at that point you don't really have to worry about the cost. But anyone's welcome to say something differently. I see you deleted your comment, but I still responded to it. That's just my personal opinion, though. I don't really support Biden. I don't think he was partially good. I think he was a partially good president. I just think that he was at least less chaotic. Well, yeah, anything is pretty much less chaotic than Trump. I mean, we can all agree on that. Even if we like Trump, even if we hate Trump, he's a chaotic president. I mean, Biden was sleeping on the job. No, it's okay. Don't worry about the pronunciation. This is just a YouTube live stream. But yeah, I think it would affect probably more countries like countries that already pay cash for things, or maybe even European countries. These types of tariffs would affect more than America. Like I said, only the ultra rich or the ultra insured are getting very good health care in America. Other than that, you're going in debt or you're just not able to get it, unfortunately. But yeah, Trump is definitely a chaotic president, but we need chaos to establish dominance. Maybe I'm a little bit wrong on that, but I think we need a little bit of chaos to establish dominance. I'll show you guys this really good video. I mean, I already played it on my channel, but I'll show you guys this really, really good video. I'm almost done cooking these vegetables, and I'll show you this really, really good video about explaining Trump's tariffs. You can probably find it on YouTube too if you just look up Trump's tariffs. It's about a 30-minute video, but this guy explains everything. I've even sent it to some Democrats that support Biden or Harris or whatever, and they say it's very intellectually interesting. Even they don't really understand tariffs. That's the main problem. I don't think if you fully understand tariffs, you should be shaming them or downplaying them as much. I mean, I don't fully understand tariffs, but I do understand enough that it's not like America is doing this for no reason. Many other countries, like I said before, placed higher tariffs on us first or already have higher tariffs than us. I don't think the U.S. economy will crumble because we're like basically the biggest economy in the world. But I do think a lot of opportunities in the stock market and a lot of business opportunities will come for this. And I do think it'll create more jobs, even though it'll hurt the ultra wealthy people that have hundreds of thousands, if not millions, in stock market. It'll hurt them short term, probably for a year, or maybe less, or maybe more. But I think long term, like he said, tariffs will help our own manufacturing. They'll bring manufacturing back to the USA. I mean, who knows? Maybe it can get as good as the 1950s or the 1960s or whenever, manufacturing jobs were at record highs and they were, actually getting a lot of people in the manufacturing job. I virtually know nobody that's ever had a manufacturing job or worked in a factory or helped build things for businesses or help businesses like that. But now I can show you guys some more videos on tariffs and stuff like that, and we can talk about it. So let's pull up some videos. Hold on. First off, let's see if there's any new things about Trump's tariffs. Trump's tariffs explained. Yeah, hit the like and subscribe button if you're new to the channel. I think we should raise tariffs on China. Since they raised tariffs on us. Here, let's listen about how it's a game changer for agriculture. I think all of our farming products should be made in America. Our meats, everything. If you want Australian beef, that should be a second option.
We're down about 59% now. With today's actions, we're also standing up for our great farmers and ranchers who are brutalized by nations all over the world. Brutalized.
Don't we agree with that, guys, even if you like
Canada,
Biden?
by the way, imposes a 250 to 300% tariff on many of our dairy products. The European Union bans imports of most American poultry.
That's
Australia
true.
bans, and they're wonderful people and wonderful.
For good reason. So American poultry is cancer.
Beef, yet we imported $3 billion of Australian beef from them just last year alone, starting at midnight tonight. China charges American rice farmers an overquota, it's called, a tariff rate of 65%. South Korea charges 50%. Actually, they charge different, from 50% to 513%. And Japan, our friend, charges us 700%.
Joining me now is Agricultural Secretary Brooke Rollins. Secretary, it's great to see you this morning. Thanks very much for being here. Give us your sense of how these tariffs will impact the American farmer.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me, Maria. Yesterday, I thought the president did just an amazing and remarkable job outlining what really all Americans, but specific to me, the American farmers and ranchers have been facing all of these years, whether it's the 250% tariff from Canada on dairy products, whether it's Australia not importing our live beef cattle, whether it's Argentina and the billions of dollars that has been lost because they have banned our cattle since 2002 for some really strange reason that doesn't make any sense. So yesterday, it's a new day, and while certainly the economy will be adjusting, the negotiations will continue, we are really, really excited and very grateful to President Trump's leadership and being willing to be bold and fearless in facing some pretty big policy challenges around the world.
So what is the impact on farmers then?
Well, we'll see, right? I mean, we're negotiating. Now we move into some significant negotiations. I mean, I've got a great chart here. It shows you how the rest of the world tariffs, and there at the very end, you see where America is. And of course, you heard last night the president when he was talking about he spent most of his time on the farmers. Now we've got steel, we've got autos, we've got other things we imported and exported. But at the end of the day, our agriculture producers are the ones that I believe will be the most helped by this effort moving forward. But again, the next few weeks, the next few months, we'll see as we continue to renegotiate the tariffs and as we look to see what the impact will be. Ultimately, the president's vision is a golden age of prosperity, that these farmers and ranchers will see prosperity like they've never seen before under this new tariff regime, and certainly we're there to execute that vision.
So these additional reciprocal tariffs on China, on the European Union, on Japan, they're not taking effect until April 9th. Are you saying that you expect that you will see negotiations around this ahead of that taking effect? And perhaps we'll see a change in these tariffs?
I think that's right. I mean, this is always, listen, the president is the ultimate deal maker. He has been, cutting deals and making deals, first for his companies, the Trump companies, and now for the American people. There is no one better. I saw it in the first White House as his domestic policy chief for 3 years, and then now as the Secretary of Agriculture in the cabinet. His ability to make and cut deals and negotiate is unlike anything I think any of us have ever seen that have been working for a long time in policy. And now he will apply that for the benefit of the American people, the American economy, and for our farmers and ranchers. And I do believe April 9th.
On another note, this is a really interesting thing that not many people are talking about. Trump is purposely crashing the market. Look, he posted this himself. Now, I'll take you to the link. Hold on X. Give me 1 second. I'll pull it up. Trump is playing chess while everyone is playing checkers. As news released by Berkshire Hathaway, Buffett has not made such statements, blah, blah, blah. But we can agree with the rest if it ever loads. Hold on, let me pull this up on my main account.
Opening up their markets, allowing more of our product in, our agriculture product, and again, for our farmers and ranchers, a new age of prosperity.
Well, this is a really important point that you're making right now, Secretary. The fact that you've got a delay in some of these tariffs to take effect not until April 9th, and you do believe that these numbers, and some of them are really significant, like the tariffs on China, all the way up to 70% when you include all the other tariffs that are in place already, and of course the fentanyl tariff that President Trump put in. It takes you all the way up to 54%, and then on top of tariffs that were already in place, takes you all the way up to 70%. You believe some of these countries will say, you know what, I'm dropping my tariffs, I'm lowering my tariffs because I don't want to face this on April 9th.
That's exactly right. And then the longer term, I announced last week, I am going to Brazil, India, Peru, the UK, Japan, and other countries to start renegotiating and opening up the market. So not just on the current tariffs and the current products going in, but on new markets and new and emerging markets like a Vietnam or like in India. And the last administration did none of that. They sat on the sidelines. We saw
Okay, here's what it is. Trump posted this on his X. Basically, it means it's a good time to invest.
Trump is crashing the stock market by 20% this month, but he's doing it on purpose. And this is why Warren Buffett just said Trump is making the best economic moves he's seen in over 50 years. Now, here's the secret game he's playing, and it could make you rich. So why is he doing this? To push cash into treasuries, which forces the Fed to slash interest rates in May, and those lower rates give the Fed the ability to refinance trillions of debt very inexpensively. It also weakens the dollar and drops mortgage rates. Now, it's a wild chess move, but it's working. Now, you're probably wondering, what about his tariffs? Well, I'll tell you, it's a genius play. It actually forces companies to build here to dodge them. It also forces farmers to sell more of their products here in the U.S. to bring grocery prices way down. We've already seen this with eggs. Now, remember, 94% of all stocks are owned only by 8% of Americans. So Trump, he's taking from the rich short term and handing it to the middle class through lower prices.
So basically, you can buy in the stock market, get rich, the prices of eggs will be lower. It's your opportunity, guys. It's your opportunity.
On just our agriculture products, but it's a new day. And so I'll be, heading out around the world, as with some of my other fellow cabinet members, to begin to start to roll that back and to open up and expand these markets for all of our producers.
What specific commodity or farmer product do you want to see opened up, and into what country?
Well, listen, every country is different. So, for example, for our pork producers, a lot of the piece of the pig we don't eat in America, the feet, the tongues, et cetera, et cetera. But other countries, especially in East Asia, do. So let's open up those markets. Australia, Argentina hasn't been taking our beef for years and years now. Our beef cattle produce the best beef, the safest beef, and the tastiest beef.
No, Argentina is better, I won't lie.
Our grain, our corn, that needs to be going into India. They desperately need these products. And again, it's a whole new world based on Liberation Day yesterday.
Well, President Trump yesterday gave you much praise, talking about the job you've done in the last month and a half. I want to talk
Hey,
about
my
what
buddy,
you've done with
Grasshopper.
eggs. National egg prices have declined 9% from last week, now averaging $3 a dozen, according to the USDA. Secretary, we were just talking about it on set. Are eggs going to be tariffed?
Well, so let's pivot to eggs. And the president is so kind. He gives me a lot of credit for that. But listen, we rolled out a very bold plan about a month ago. It's his vision. We're effectuating the plan. The market reacted very favorably to it, included some short-term imports. But
No, guys, a recession is not going on. What the heck did I just do? Not a green screen. Let's remove this. No green screen. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Trump's tariffs. Trump's tariffs are good. They're good. They're good for America. They're good for American citizens. Stock market is only 13% down from highs. But guys, in the last 5 years, you elderly retired people, okay, not elderly, maybe that's a little bit of offensive. You retired people have received double your money and all these index funds you invest in. The Dow Jones doubled in 5 years. The S&P 500 doubled in 5 years. Your hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars, you can take a short-term loss of 13%, 10%. The thing is going to go back up. In another 5 years, your money will be doubled. Don't cry about it. Why the hell would you sell your car? If you buy a new car, it's going to cost even more money because of tariffs. Especially if your car is in a Ford or a Tesla, if it's not American made. So definitely don't sell your car. That sounds like a horrible idea. But yeah, I don't recommend selling your car, basically. Unless you're like bankrupt and you need the money that badly. Unless you don't have any money coming in, no job, and you can't afford your bills, then don't sell your car, buddy. Not a good idea. Unless you want to go Amish like me, then you can get a horse and carriage. Horse and carriage for the Amish. What kind of car do you have, Grasshopper? Let me guess. A Honda Civic Type R. The really fast Honda Civic. Horse it is. Horses can be expensive, man. Ask this Amish man. I'll tell you, horses can be a couple $1,000, or you can get a horse for like $500 or $300. Patriot loader model. Absolutely. I got the horse and carriage with the American flag on the back. I'm trying to make some American Kentucky Fried Chicken, Amish edition. Kentucky has a giant population of Amish. It's one of the Amish's few homes in America. Kind of forgot about green screens, to be honest. Now we got this Trump green screen. Take a guess. What do the Amish like to eat? The Amish like American-made products. That means we won't be affected by tariffs. Everyone go support your local farmers market, and you'll avoid tariffs completely. If you can't tell, the thumbnail is kind of trolling, guys. That's literally Elon Musk, the fully Jewish version of Elon Musk. We're so close to 2,900 subscribers, guys. Please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Should I change away in my background? Do you think that's attracting people, or is it scaring people away? Should we do another poll for tariffs? Well, good news. At least I'm not muted. That's one thing. Welcome to the YouTube. Honestly, I feel like people are leaving, so how do you guys feel about Trump's tariffs? That's what we're discussing today.
Also included helping our poultry farmers in America. So as we repopulate our chicken farms and our egg-laying farms, I think we'll see the price coming down even more. But it's come down almost 60% on the wholesale side. The retail side is now catching up. So only good news on the egg front. And
Yeah!
we are going into the Super Bowl for eggs. It is Easter in a few weeks. So, we'll have to maybe make a little bit of adjustments there. But it looks very positive.
So where are the eggs coming from that you're importing?
Well, we're importing
Turkey. I said it before her. I'm smarter than her. No, I'm just kidding. I watched that clip before.
I think what they're doing with the Department of Education, I think in all bureaucracies and at all levels of any organization, whether it's private or governmental, you're probably going to always find ways where you can be more efficient and more cost savings. But we have a constitution. We have separation of powers. We have checks and balances.
I love how she talks about that like she actually knows everything and isn't just a complete idiot.
And we have a court system. And we need to follow along with what our Constitution says to make sure that those things are done correctly. Yeah. And so, can our government do better with education? Of course, our government can do better for everything. Yeah, but so dismantle it. Go ahead.
So, with them, taking away the Department of Education from the federal level, it's well, it wasn't. The grade rates and the scores were coming lower and lower over the past few years. So, why not try something different and give it a shot? And if it is so bad, then bring it back to the federal government.
Well, first of all, your talking points on our test scores are going down. Yeah. We're not fully funded. We're not fully staffed. But
But we spend the most money on education of any country.
It's the government's fault, and Congress, both at the state and the federal level, mostly the state level, because that's where the funding comes from, that doesn't equip teachers to do what they need to be able to do, doesn't staff schools so that they can do what they need to do.
Yeah.
Okay? So the Department of Education
We're
to make
overstaffed
sure
and we're
that there's certain
overpaid.
protections in place for certain groups of people within the schools, kids with disabilities, kids in special ed, kids in low-income areas where the state funding isn't enough to address those needs. And that's what the Department of Education does.
Yeah.
Can they be more effective? Probably so, absolutely so. But there's a process that needs to be followed. You don't just get to come in and dismantle something.
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. And honestly, like, I want the best for America, and I don't see like why, for instance, everyone here is so anti-Elon Musk. I don't see why they can be so anti-Elon Musk when somebody's finally going in to see where the money's going.
But he's not going in to see where the money's going.
That's what he's doing. He puts it all into
Well,
those.gov. And can we both agree that there is waste in the government?
We can both agree that there's waste everywhere.
Everywhere. And so to have somebody that can, I know a lot of people don't like the idea of America being ran like a business, but America's the biggest business in the world.
Well,
There's more countries and people that rely on it, so
I mean,
you can't
economics
run it
drives
like it's
government,
just
and
a
government drives your economics.
foundation.
Without a doubt, economics drives government, and government drives economic policy. If you want somebody, I mean, I'm glad you brought up the business analogy. We've elected somebody that bankrupted how many businesses? We don't want him to run America like
How
that.
many billions did he run up
Elon Musk
after he
going
went
in
bankrupt?
and auditing if you were a
Good point. She said, oh, we elected someone that went bankrupt. How many billions did Trump run up after his bankruptcy, and how many billions did you run up? I think he ran up about 5 or 6 billion, and you ran up 0. So mentioning Trump's bankruptcies just proves the point that he can bounce back from anything. If Trump can bounce back from bankruptcy to $6 billion from negative $1 billion, then anything is possible. You can always come back and you can always bounce back. Trump is an American hero.
auditor, but he's not an auditor. I have no problem with anyone going in and looking for waste, fraud, and abuse. But there are laws in this country that must be followed. We're a republic, and I think that's what I'm here to protest. Is Constitution?
Montenegro Review.
So
Supermax,
America is a
7
business,
days
but we're also a
croissant.
nation.
I think like Elon Musk coming in, I mean, we've had so much waste for so long. I mean, Trump there was waste too, I'm sure. I mean, Biden, there's lots of waste. When Obama was president, he even came out saying he's trying to figure out ways to cut waste. And we couldn't get anything to work. And so it's like, well, let's bring in the smartest man who's had the most success as an entrepreneur in American history.
No,
Let's
Tim,
see
very good.
what he can do.
We're not a dictatorship. We don't need the smartest man telling us what to do. We have Congress. We have an
Congress obviously
executive
has
branch.
failed the other terms to
Congress
do
has
that.
failed us because everything is turned in to identity politics and party politics. It's not American politics. Okay? Congress has failed us, yes, because of partisan politics.
And right now we have a president who was once a Democrat. Elon Musk was also once a Democrat. It's like we want more people to be united.
I'm not going to argue parties with you. I'll argue issues with you. And my issue right now is let's uphold the Constitution. Elon Musk is not an elected official. Elon Musk is not a part of any official government entity. Elon Musk has a lot of conflicts of interest with, Clinton came in.
Yeah.
And he got rid of 387,000 workers. That's 110,000 more than what's gone on in this current administration.
Yeah.
But he put the vice president in charge of it. It was Cold War, ending war, cuts that we knew were going to be made, and he did it through retirement and attrition, and he did it legally according to the law.
Yeah.
It's a big difference than what Elon Musk is doing.
Yeah, I'll look into it. Well, thank you so much, man. We're going to switch over to members only right now. Thank you for your time and for your thoughts. We appreciate it.
I'm glad that you're at least active and engaged
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the smartest person in the world by any means. I just more have a curiosity in me that wants me to get opinions from people like you. I'm never going to say I'm right or wrong. But But so I appreciate you, and I appreciate you giving your opinion.
Stay engaged, stay informed.
I will. I'll work my best. Thank you so much. All right, you guys. Last call. We're going over members only. Become a member. You guys, it's my birthday. Come on, just give me.
It's crazy to say, but I actually like her. You want to know why? Because she's willing to talk to you and discuss.
Extra live streams every single week and extra videos as well, exclusive content. We appreciate y'all so very much, and we're moving on over to members only right now. Thank you to Joey Martinez for becoming a member. Thank you, Yak Hack, for becoming a member. Thank you, Valiant Goat, for becoming a member. If you can't become a member, we're here. It's grateful for you for watching, and make sure you guys subscribe and hit that like button. Anyways, you guys, we're moving over to members only. It's gonna get a little wild down the station. Peace out.
Is that it? Is that it? Let's go back.
Need one. What's going on? How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Go home.
Go home? Where should I go?
Go home.
He won't stop following us, touching us.
Everybody can follow you and be
But
everybody has the right to be here.
we understand that, but like he keeps touching and everything like that. Can we? But we don't want to press charges on them because they're just trying to do their thing. But if he does anything, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I can't actually legally stop him. It is obnoxious. I absolutely get that.
Yeah.
We just have no legal grounds to stop him. If he starts pushing funny guys, then we can actually do something. The problem is just, I mean, in the crowd we're in, we got so many people bumping into each other.
Yeah, we're not worried about the bumping in. It's just like the constant like putting over his face, blocking his point of view.
Oh,
Stuff
no,
like that.
I
It's not
understand,
cool.
and I know he's doing it intentionally. We just can't really stop him from doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, just as much as you guys can keep recording, he can keep being here and be obnoxious. There's nothing illegal about being obnoxious, unfortunately. But
He is touching a minor very often. He's 17.
If that's the truth.
What the heck just happened?
Can we talk to you really quick, ma'am? He is a Trump supporting agitator.
That's okay. I mean, you're allowed to have your opinions. You seem pretty young, and you're probably just as
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
I'm not touching it. I'm just
probably
standing
still
right here.
learning the ways of the
It's all
world.
boxing
But
out, bud.
Thank you. That's what we like to hear.
what's going on right now is not the norm. We've seen the government just falling apart and Trump taking it apart piece by piece. And that
Lies, bullshit.
And so far, what has concerned you the most about what's happened?
mainly the Trump's complete lack of regard for actually the rule of law and the processes that we're supposed to be doing as a democracy and a republic. And he's just jumping all over them, and his kiss-ass people are just doing whatever he wants. That's not how it works.
You might touch my stuff too?
Yeah. So, I'll be honest. I voted for Donald Trump, and I think like a lot of people here are very angry at Elon Musk, and I don't understand why they're angry at finding out government corruption and spending. Does it concern you that like there is government waste?
Yes, but this is not how you go about taking care of it. You don't get rid of all the people who are there to look for government waste and not give anyone a chance to actually see what's going on. They already have the systems in place, and Trump has taken those away in favor of his cronies.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, ma'am. Greatly appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you. We appreciate you, sir. Cool guy. See, can we talk with you, sir? 1 second. Can I ask? So, I voted for Donald Trump. I'll be honest.
Okay.
And but I really do appreciate you coming through, understanding that civil conversation, discourse is important. This guy doesn't want it, obviously, and we can still be friends even if you don't like Donald Trump. Like we all have to learn to live together one way or another. Sure. So by doing what he's doing, it's not helping anything because we just want to have a conversation, right?
Let's have a
So
conversation.
we appreciate you so much. And thank you for being out here today.
Absolutely.
Showing your right to protest. Everybody has the right to protest. And we appreciate you so much.
Absolutely.
May God bless you and the rest of your family. Thank you so much.
That's called a respectable American.
I'm doing great. He's labeled himself as a pro-Trump agitator, so he's carrying around this sign everywhere to make sure people don't engage with him. Kind of creepy, right? Very much creepy, huh? And then he has like child music going around.
Yeah, that's an incredibly creepy thing that he's doing, that he would come to this where people are trying to support.
Stop being an asshat. He's the Trump supporter.
No, you're the one.
Make sure he doesn't interview people.
No, you're the one carrying the Trump supporter sign. All right, we made it out. Hey, easy. I'm not doing anything. We're back. Live stream's back. Sorry, everybody.
We don't want to be part of this. We don't want to be part of this.
I don't want you to be a part of it. I'm just talking right here. Small world. I'm just talking to people, sir. How are you? Awesome. Okay, we don't need to talk to you. What's going on? Yeah, I think we're back. What's going on? We're just taking in the view. We love to see everybody out here protesting today. We're taking in the view. We're taking in the view. Yeah, we're just talking to people today.
Agitating anyone or fascist.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. You guys.
Why don't you wait till it's over?
Oh, we want to see the action.
Wait till it's over.
I wanted to see what it looked like from the top. To show the people what's going on, man. I'm giving you a voice. I'm letting you.
No, you're not.
You have 2.5 thousand people watching right now. What would you like to say to them?
5,000 Nazis. What are you doing here?
What do you describe as a Nazi?
Fascists.
And what is a fascist?
The fascist is a centralized king monarchy, which is what Trump and Elon Musk are. You're not welcome here.
I'm not trying to be welcome here. I have the right to be here.
You do. You have the right to be here, but do you see this?
I know I'm talking to people here.
We're here protesting you and what you stand for and what you believe in. It's wrong.
So what would you consider I am?
You're a fascist.
How am I a fascist?
And I didn't come up with an answer, but someone else did.
How am I a fascist? Please.
Tell me what your beliefs are.
My beliefs.
Yeah, what are your beliefs?
What would you like me to explain my beliefs?
What do you feel about democracy?
What do I feel about democracy?
Yes.
I feel like America is the best country in the world, and I want it to be the best country in the world.
Through democracy or
Through democracy.
Okay.
Through democracy. Trump was elected by the people. More than half of America voted for him. He won the popular vote.
Barely. And do you see what's happening here? That's changing. That's changing.
We'll see what happens next election.
So you have some kind of agenda to
I
be
don't have any agenda. I'm just talking to people like you, giving you the right to explain your own opinion.
where are you streaming this?
Look, you're live right now, ma'am.
Where are you streaming this?
We're on YouTube right now. Nick Shirley.
Yeah, what channel?
Nick Shirley.
What?
Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley. That's the channel name. You should subscribe to it. You probably really like it.
I doubt it.
I go all across the country.
How do you feel about
Great.
trans
They can do whatever they want.
Really? How do you feel about all the laws that are being passed against trans people?
I don't think trans should be in opposite sex sport.
What?
I don't think men should play in female sports.
Okay, right there you're telling me all about who you are.
I just don't think it's right.
Trans women are not men.
What are they?
They are whatever they say they are. If they say they're women, they're women. If they say they're men, they're
They
men.
can say they're women. Doesn't mean that they are.
Please learn more about the transgender
You're
community.
born with a vagina. You're a woman.
Please read more about the transgender community. Make some transgender friends.
I do.
You have transgender
Yeah,
friends.
we met some nice people here. One time at the protest, we had a great conversation, actually.
But you still think that transgender people aren't legitimate.
I don't say they're not legitimate, but I don't think males should be in female sports.
I gotta go.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day. All right, you guys. I'm not against anybody, and I do not think men should be in female sports. And obviously the country thought the same way.
This year, we have seen what we have been building for years and years and decades and centuries. We are moving deep.
Oh, you're do to
Our
Mike?
education, our federal workers.
I'd like to give a speech.
They're hoarding resources.
YouTube.
And they're watching
Oh, there it
families
is.
struggle.
Is this the line to give a speech?
Corporations are buying influence. While regular people are silent.
If you do want to talk, just go through there.
Yeah, should I give a speech here?
This is not democracy.
Can I give a speech? No.
You don't get a speech. You don't get a speech.
Really? Why not?
We had a
Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I know it's bad, but it's copyrighted. Let it go,
Your voice isn't
let
good
it
enough.
go. Oh, you just touched me.
That's you.
You absolutely did. Keep your elbows away, man. We're gonna have a problem. Yeah, I'm not letting him through in the speaker. Okay, but get a picture by you. Sure can.
Yeah, let them get a photo.
Yeah, we're not letting him to the speaker, guys.
Yeah, I had a good speech prepared. I had a good speech prepared.
Eat the rich! Eat the rich!
Then why don't you eat the Democrats? Plenty of them have millions.
Eat the rich! Eat the rich! Eat the rich!
Here. I know. Wait, excuse me. I know, I'm trying to get through. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to... April 19th, that's the next protest? I'll be here.
Because April 19th is the anniversary of the Battle of Lexington and Concord. And it's the beginning of the American Revolution.
See, there's my cameraman out. Thank you, I appreciate the anti-Nazi sign.
I know you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. How you doing?
I'm good. Kudos to you for being here. Hey, excuse me. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna have a conversation with him. It's okay. Can you please get out of my way?
I'll stand right here. Okay, then my cameraman will stand right here. Well, I'm trying to get my cameraman so they can see the conversation.
Okay.
There you go. Awesome, good
Wait,
talk.
your name's Nick,
Yeah,
right?
my name's Nick. And I appreciate you coming out here today.
Can we just have a conversation? But this is important that he sees. He doesn't necessarily agree with me. I don't necessarily agree with him. So it's important we have this
Well,
conversation.
we can still be friends and have conversation.
Well, maybe not, but we can coexist together.
Exactly. This is supposed to be the party of unification, but then when they do stuff like this, it doesn't make it feel like we're unified.
Well, we're unifying because we don't like what's happening in this country, and we're gonna yell about it, and we're gonna make ourselves known, just like anyone can in this country. And my fear is that that's gonna be taken away. It's gonna be taken away from me. It's gonna be taken away from you. Even though I might not like what you have to say, I will defend to the death your right to say it. So that's all I have to say.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Do you serve? You have to...
No, I don't serve. Be safe.
The people will decide the next future.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah.
This movement is not.
Yeah, he's in his face.
We have this for a
Oh, shit, I'm
purpose.
sorry.
Yeah. So let's go. That's our line over here.
My
This
bad.
is our line.
Is that guy carrying a damn pistol?
See the line.
And
I'm pointing out the line. Point it out.
I appreciate you promoting anti-Nazi, because I don't want to be a Nazi. I'm not a Nazi. You're not a Nazi.
My grandfather served in World War II.
Might as well. Thank you so much, man. Have a good rest of your day. How are you doing, man? Having a good day out here? Having a good day? Having a great day? Beautiful smile, by the way. How are you guys doing? How are you? How are you guys doing? Sorry, excuse me. Coming through. How are you guys doing? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. You guys having a good day today?
We're having a really good day. I'm so happy with how many people are here.
There's a lot of people here. Right. Thank you. Have a good one. Yeah. How are you guys doing? Having a good day? Coming through. Excuse us. Bro, do you think I pose like that big of a threat to be following me around? Am I that big of a threat? How you guys doing? I like the hat. I like the hat. We appreciate it. Get in, loser. We're taking back democracy. Let's see what kind of books we got out here. How you guys doing? You guys the Communist Party? Communist Revolution Party?
No, we're a PSL, Party for Socialism and Liberation.
Okay, great. What scares you most about this current government?
Okay.
Hey, Doug, will you come film this real quick?
Yeah.
Will you film this sign real quick? He just wants to interview this guy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to talk to people. He's labeled himself as a Trump agitator. Crazy, right? Posing for the photo. Oh, there's the officers. Great officers. Alright, we're gonna... We don't need one. What's going on? How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Go home.
Go home. Where should I go? He won't stop following us, touching us. But we understand that, but like, keep touching or anything like that. Can we? But we don't want to press charges on them because they're just trying to do their thing. But if he does anything, yeah.
Here's the thing. I can't actually legally stop him from doing it. It is obnoxious. I absolutely get that.
Yeah.
We just have no legal grounds to stop him. If he starts pushing funny guys, then we can actually do something. The problem is just, I mean, in the crowd we're in, we got so many people bumping into each other.
No, yeah, we're not worried about the bumping in. It's just like the constant like putting over his face, blocking his point of view.
Oh
Stuff
no,
like that.
I
It's not
understand
cool.
that. I know he's doing it intentionally. We just can't really stop him from doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, just as much as you guys can keep recording, he can keep being here and be obnoxious. There's nothing illegal about being obnoxious, unfortunately. But
He is touching a minor very often. He's 17.
If that's the truth,
It is the
then we'll
truth.
go report a crime and we'll do it.
we literally have you on camera touching shoulder.
Where?
Let's walk your separate ways, guys.
Yes, thank you. I
You go
appreciate
your
it.
way, don't provoke anything.
I'm not. We back the blue. He's the floor. That guy is crazy. Human rights, we love them. Oh, he keeps following us. Gosh. Oh, the song was inspired by Bernie Sanders and AOC. Let's hear it. I'm excited to hear this song. I'm learning a lot today, man. What's up? How you guys doing? What's the sign say today? Oh, okay. Cool.
I'm down. Just want to be recorded.
Okay, no worries. We'll move on. Have a good one. This is a AOC Bernie Sanders song right now. Just listen and take it in. What are they singing? How's it going? If anybody's here in Utah wants to see my security for this event, we're gonna be out here for like another hour. Come through. How you guys doing? Doing great. Elon is waste, fraud, and abuse. This is not democracy. Good sign, good effort. He doesn't even go here. You must be effing kidding me. Very nice, very well done. Empathy is not a sin. I agree with that as well. What do you think the United States is not being empathetic currently?
It's just being, language is being perverted into like opposite day almost, where empathy is a bad thing. I'm good.
Yeah, thank you for your presence. We're good.
Thank you. I appreciate your presence as well. I bite fascist. Beautiful dog. Put him in a K-hole. What's What's a K-hole? Have a good one. Make Nazis afraid again. F, fascism. Hands off my parks. This is not a left or right movement, it's a right or wrong movement. Senator Cory Booker. I like that sign. Trump, Musk, Doge equals destruction of our government. Project 2025 goal. Do you think Project 2025 is happening?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you read Project 2025?
I have not.
I would suggest that you read Project 2025. Have you read anything by Kevin Roberts?
I have not.
He's the president of the Heritage Foundation, and he wrote a book called something about Dawn's Early Light, and he was a huge contributor to Project 2025. So he lays out in this book what his vision of the United States is, and it is not diversity, and it is not.
Oh, this is an interesting sign right here. Killing.
Having government. So the whole idea is, it's called RAGE. Remove all government employees. That's the first thing. They have done that, and then just dismantle everything. That's Project 2025. So it's very much happening.
Thank you
Where
so
are
much.
you from?
I'm from here in Utah.
But I mean, what's this for?
Oh, my name's Nick Shirley. I'm live on YouTube. We're just talking to people here. Appreciate you. Thanks so much for your time.
Really read Project 2025.
I'll give it a look. I like this sign. Killing 3 dozen school kids, kids' thoughts and prayers, vandalizing a Tesla is domestic terrorism. What 3 dozen kids are you referring to?
The school kids that were killed by a mass shooting, the grade school kids.
Yeah.
You didn't hear about that?
I did not. Was it a recent one or?
You didn't hear about it?
Recent one.
Was it a recent one?
Recent one.
Was it what?
Recent one. Name a month there hasn't been one that was during COVID.
Well, I'm referring to the one specific here, but I support this sign. I mean, I would wish more than thoughts and prayers, and I hope really can come to an end. No, we're live right now, so we cannot edit.
So is there a month that hasn't been a school shooting?
Is there a month? Well, I think every month there is, right?
Yeah, there is.
And thoughts and prayers for right?
But the idea that someone vandalizing temples is a domestic terror, that's just so warped. So warped.
I don't think it's right to vandalize Teslas.
I don't think it's right to vandalize anything, but to put that above the law so automatically it's domestic terrorism. I mean, the law specifically delineates this is what a felony is, this is what a misdemeanor is, on down. And so vandalizing a car is not domestic terrorism. That is not what domestic terrorism is.
But I think maybe they could refer to it as terrorism because there's so many just constant attacks specifically on Tesla. You don't see people blowing up Ford EV cars, but it's specifically towards Elon Musk's company that he created here in America. So maybe that would be considered domestic terrorism.
But that doesn't change the law. Even if everybody is committing a certain misdemeanor or felony, that doesn't change the law. And so domestic terrorism, that's nonsense. Absolute
Well, it's an attack
nonsense.
on a specific company and towards the person.
That still is not domestic terrorism. I mean, for heaven's sakes, what is happening is that we are rebranding everything. So now the American flag is a Trump symbol. It's not a symbol of liberty and
Do you
justice.
see very many American flags here? I see a lot of upside down American flags here. I don't see American flags that you're...
Don't listen to her, guys. America is America.
I would like to see more American flags here. You don't see them. You see more pride flags. See more Ukraine. I've seen more Ukrainian flags than American flags here.
But one of the ways that you take the power away from the people is to take their language away from them. And so words that normally I would use to show my patriotism and my law-abiding will are now taken away and made into something else. And so I no longer am comfortable showing, the American flag. If I see a truck with an American flag, what do you think immediately? Trump supporter.
They support America.
No, you think Trump supporter.
Isn't that weird how somebody who has an American flag is suddenly a Trump supporter?
But that's...
Like that, wouldn't you want your president to be well correlated with the American flag?
I would like my president to be well correlated with the Justice Department and sincerely think justice for all rather than I am above the law doesn't apply to me, and I can use the power of the government any way I want. So I can snatch people off the street with no due process. I can use the federal treasury as my own personal piggy bank because I'm going to take the tariffs, that money goes into the treasury, and then therefore, as Trump, I can spend it. And as the consumer, I got an email today from a supplier of ingredients that are critical for a product that I produce, and they said, the price is going up, and we cannot guarantee delivery. We can't guarantee delivery because there's going to be pieces of our product that we probably won't be able to get. Yep. So, yeah, so, you know.
Yeah, and I appreciate you coming out here today, man. And I appreciate you having the conversation.
Well, I'm 78 years old. I protested against Vietnam for equal rights, against immigration. This is the only time that I have protested something that I feel absolutely terrified about. Deeply, deeply terrified.
Yeah.
So, that's it. And I brought people with me. This is my son.
Awesome. You got a great mom.
Yeah, she's great.
She is awesome.
I have the best grandma, okay?
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. Have a good one. Oh. Connection good? Or green? Awesome. I love the colors today, man. You're looking great. No kings, no Nazis, no whitewashing, no tyrants, no Elon. You got a lot to say today, man.
I do. I have a lot to say.
And I support the no Nazi movement.
Yes.
Do you think it's fair to call Elon Musk a Nazi?
Yes. Yes. Elon Musk is a Nazi. Yes, he is.
And what makes him so the comparison between Adolf Hitler and Elon Musk?
Oh, I couldn't know anywhere to begin. There's so many. I mean, you can just pick one. There's 30 of them.
Can you go through? 5?
How about just the getting up on public? I can't believe he even had the audacity to throw up his hand like that. And then dare to people say that it's a Roman salute? No way. That's a Nazi. Nobody does that but Nazis.
And what other things do you say is that's Nazi? We're having a conversation. We're live. We can't edit it. We can't edit it. We're live. I'm just curious about what makes Elon Musk a Nazi. Besides, because some people could say he threw it up. Some people could say it was an accident.
It was not an accident, but if you guys really aren't interested in what we have to say and just kind of take it out of context, you can have a nice day.
No, I want to hear what you have to say. Okay.
She can't name any other reason.
Anybody putting their hand up.
Why is it not surprising?
Let's see. How are you guys doing? How patriots? Wow, you got. What kind of gun did you bring today?
It is America, of course, Mr. John
Hopefully you
Smith.
don't have to use it today. What happened to liberty and justice for all? The kids are out here protesting today. Fake Christian, fake president, fake hair. I have a guy who's a Free Ukraine shirt. Tariffs make me regulate. Let's see. How you doing, sir? Look at us. We're both in the suit.
Yes.
Suit and tie. We're looking professional, right?
Yes.
What do you out here today in support of?
Excuse me?
What are you out here today in support of?
I'm a patriot and I love my country and I'm sick of the shit they're doing to destroy it. What's that?
So do you think Donald Trump is destroying America?
Yes, although I think he's just a useful idiot for the people who have been trying to destroy it since about 1970 or so. I have the perspective of having seen this for a long time.
Yeah, that's what we like talking to you for. So I just talked to this lady. She said, if you see an American flag, you know they're a Trump supporter. Do you think that's true?
No. There are a lot of people who are very patriotic, who love their country, who hate Trump. I have a sister and brother-in-law who are very, very Republican, but they know that Trump is an idiot and that he is causing huge damage to our country.
Yeah, I think a lot of people felt just like Trump was the best option between Trump and Kamala Harris. And the Republicans left no other candidate besides Trump, so they couldn't support what Kamala Harris is supporting. And Trump seemed like he protects more of the Constitution and is more for the American people.
But he isn't.
You don't think he is?
I don't think he is. I think that he...
Like one of the main slogans was that
he's
she's for they, he's for us.
No, that's not true. He's not for us. he is being used by the monarchists who have disliked the idea of democracy since the 1700s. It wasn't a universally popular ideal, and there have been people who have been thinking that they would much rather go back to an aristocracy since the American Revolution. Well, right now they're making more progress than usual.
And do you think the hatred towards Elon Musk is justifiable?
I think that he is also doing serious damage to the United States, and he's meddling in other countries too. I don't know if hatred is the right thing for him, but I think hatred for what he's doing, yes.
Is it fair to compare him to somebody such as Adolf Hitler?
I wouldn't compare Musk to Hitler. I would compare him to some other people. I'm not sure who I would compare him to. What? Although
I got a question for you.
there are.
Do you trust Anthony Fauci or Elon Musk more?
Fauci. Fauci is smarter than he ever claimed to be. Elon is not nearly as smart as he claims to be. And I say this as a person with an embarrassingly high IQ. Musk is not as smart as he would like everyone to believe he is.
Interesting. Well, thank you so much, sir. Have a great rest of your day. All right, let's keep moving through. Here we go. All right, we're going back in. Back in. This is like Daniel entering the lion's den. Here we go. Do you guys trust Anthony Fauci or Elon Musk more? Wow, look at this. This is crazy. What's up?
You should write what you are angry about. So,
Okay,
Parker,
great.
write what you want the government to keep their hands off of.
Let's see what the chat has to say.
What do you want to do?
What's up?
What do you want to write? Because I'll tell you somebody's already written it.
Let's see
What do you want the government to stop doing?
I'm gonna say, let's go America.
No, that doesn't match. It's what do you want the government not to do?
What I don't want them to do,
Yes.
I want to pay less in taxes.
And write IRS up here.
IRS. Let's get that ERS going.
Now you guys know that the IRS,
Oh, I was gonna do
it's just one word so everybody has room.
IRS.
So you do know that the IRS is being defunded, and that's actually costing us tax dollars because they're not investigating people who are tax frauds. So we need to actually have him fund the IRS so that they can find the people who are cheating. So check that out.
I will check that out. How many people did Biden hire? Like he wanted was it like a couple thousand more people to work in the IRS?
More so they can do more audits.
And they did studies.
Yeah.
They need people with experience and time to be able to investigate the complicated financial crimes that big businesses and individuals do. If you cut out the people who work there, you're not going to get the people who are.
She doesn't even understand how the tax structure works. She's so stupid that she thinks that big companies have to commit crimes to not pay taxes legally. No, ma'am. Rich American companies can legally not pay taxes through many legal tax loopholes and tax write-offs. But that just shows the intelligence of these people. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Maybe actually, no, let's keep it going. I like it.
Too much, and we don't know where the money goes. Like I would like to know where things go. Right?
You need to support Congress and tell them to take the power back from the president and tell them to do their job.
No, I don't like Congress. I don't think you should be able to run in government for life.
It's kind of confusing. Like I wish there was like a guide for me to understand what to do exactly.
You and everybody else.
Because there's I think there's like thousands of pages. I think there should just be like a quick breakdown. You plug in this.
You need to support tax reform.
So I had to hire somebody to do it for me.
Have been given bribes by tax companies for years. IRS wants it simple. They could come out with a simple plan, but
No, they don't want it fucking simple. They've been lobbied by TurboTax.
It's like we pay so much in taxes, and yet we're funding so many wars and stuff like that. I don't want to fund any war.
Well, then you need to call your representative and have them pass a balanced budget. Tell them where you want your money to go.
Okay, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you guys.
Hey, by the way,
What's up?
I served My husband served. My son is serving.
Thank
And here's
you.
the thing is, the things he's doing by cutting U.S. aid, the things he's doing by cutting U.S.
He's a Trump
aid,
supporting agitator, so that's not the case.
the things he's doing by cutting U.S. aid and our positive actions in other countries, regardless of whether you think they're a good action or not, it's reducing the ability to keep peace in other countries. And trust me, I've seen it. Any goodwill we can do in another country is going to make our country safer.
No,
And
it's
so by
not.
cutting all that
No,
back,
it's not.
actually make my job, my son's job, harder, and your future less safe.
Thank you, man. I appreciate for your opinions. Have a great rest of your day. All right, let's keep moving on. We're entering into the dungeon, everybody. It's my birthday. You know, yesterday was my birthday, but we're celebrating it today. You guys want to give me a little gift? You can go ahead and become a member. It is $5 a month. You get extra live streams, extra exclusive content. It's a great time, members only. All right, here we go, everybody. You can just go ahead and click it right there. It's $5 a month. You can become a member only and support the channel as we go all across the world. We were just in Ireland. Where else have we been this year? We've been to Ireland, Greenland, Panama, El Salvador, lots of places. Man, this is getting hectic. Boo! No more oligarchies. No more oligarchies. Trash them down. No more oligarchies, right? Yeah, isn't that great? It's so cool, huh? He's labeled himself as a Trump agitator. He voted for Trump.
Trump supporting agitator. Oh yeah.
That's him. Crazy stuff, man. Watch out for him. He's a wild man. Oh, sorry, sir. How are you? Have a good day today. Let's see. Never again. Oh, the humanities. They're eating the checks. They're eating the balances. How you guys doing? How many people do you think are out here today? Enough. We do a lot of people. Like 2,000, 3,000? 10,000 people? Oh my gosh. A lot of people are angry. A lot of people want to show their support. Waffles thinks terrorists are stupid. Thank you. The resistance is here. Do you guys think we're... Yeah, watch out for him. Yeah, he's labeled himself as a Trump. No, he's not with me. He's not with me. I know, it's a great day out here today, right? Sun's out. Came in the suit today to look a little more professional.
Yeah, and not enough. I take it back. Not enough.
Not enough. What? Too much? Too much suit? She said too much suit. Too much professionalism. How are you doing, sir? Having a good day? Awesome. Guys, what questions should we start asking some of the folks out here? The minority destroying America. How are you doing, ma'am? What's the sign say? Staying silent in times of injustice is privilege. Thanks for coming out here today. What are you guys most worried about? Yeah.
Just the future of our country in general. I think the overall hate that's being spewed by the current presidency is just really dangerous just for our society in general.
Would you have been more hopeful underneath the presidency of Kamala Harris?
Hell no.
It's a hard question. Honestly, I'm not sure.
Who do you think was the best out of the two options, Trump or Kamala?
Oh, out of the two options, Kamala. I don't think, unfortunately, in our current state of America that we have a good option, though.
What do you think happens? Trump's done with his term. Where do you think America's at in 2028? Yeah, don't engage with him. Where do you think we are when Trump's over? When his term is over? Anywhere? Oh, where do you think we are by the time Trump's done with his term? Where do you think America's at? Tough question, right?
Yeah, that's tough.
You guys go to college? Are you guys in college right now? Mm-hmm. Graduated? What's the college experience like here in Utah? You guys go to U? No?
We'll be right back. Wee-woo, wee-woo.
Oh my gosh, you guys are ridiculous. How are you guys doing? What's the sign say? Something like that. Democracy dies with Doge. Would you like to see Doge get destroyed?
I would like to see democracy get protected.
Is Doge a threat to democracy?
I believe that, yes.
Why do you believe that?
Elon Musk is firing the people who support our democracy.
How many people have been fired so far?
I'm not sure the exact number.
I think it was like 1.5 to 0.5% so far. They've given the option to walk away.
No.
Do you believe that they're...
My roommate is being threatened to be fired. So.
Really? What's she working?
He protects our water in the Salt Lake Valley.
It's a big issue we have here in Salt Lake Valley with water. Do you think there is corruption in government? Do you think there is government waste? Nazi Trump. Gee, that's kind of weird. You bring a sign labeling yourself as a Nazi Trump. Crazy stuff, man. How are you doing? You got a voodoo doll. What is this? Wait, what do we got here? We got the ruler, we got the meter, we got pins in the Vladimir Putin. Show this. And then we got pins into Donald Trump, right? In the crotch.
You want to place one yourself?
I'll place one on Putin. We'll do it. Where should we put it?
You decide.
I'll put it
Get
right here in the head.
There you go.
Putin. Bam. Great creativity, man. And do you think Trump and Putin are too good of friends?
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Do you think the United States has aligned too much with Russia?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
What do you think happens in Ukraine and Russia?
What's the question?
What do you think happens with Ukraine and Russia?
Well, we certainly undermine Ukraine's ability to maintain the fight that they've been able to maintain by.
It's pretty amazing they've been able to fight for so long.
And then just completely changing the truth about who started that war.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what's going to happen.
What do you think? How do you think the war ends? And do you think Donald Trump could bring a resolution to the war?
I don't think Donald Trump has. I mean, he could end the war on Russia's side, but I don't think that resolution would be fair or benefit the Ukrainian people. I mean, I don't think it would be a fair settlement.
Yeah. Do you think do you think it's possible for there to be a fair settlement in a war?
In that war, no, I don't think there would be a fair settlement if we are flipping the facts and saying that Ukraine started a war. They're just defending their land.
They are defending it.
And Russia's also really silencing what's going on in their own country.
Yeah, nobody ever knows what comes. Like, it's weird that we don't ever get any news that comes from Russia, right?
Yeah, no news from Russia.
They got it locked down.
Yeah, and journalists get locked down, and so Russia's a dangerous ally. Dangerous.
You think they are our ally?
I think Trump considers them an ally more than.
Would you rather have them be an ally or an enemy?
Oh, an enemy. Russia is not an ally. You don't allow any
Well, thank you so much for your time. We'll let you get back to protesting. Have a good one. Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs, close.
Close. Look just like him in the turtleneck. Oh, man. President, what's this sign? What's the sign?
Calling him a Nazi.
Oh.
Calling him Hitler. That's what this sign is.
What comparisons do you draw between Donald Trump and Adolf Hitler?
They both call themselves kings. They both think they're the shit, but they're not the shit. They're a piece of shit.
That's pretty good right there. They're not the shit, but they're a piece of shit.
They're pieces of shit. So.
Man, it's a crazy day out here today. Lots of people are excited and very angry. Like, for instance, right here we got, let's see, hands off Elon, mind your dang business.
Yeah, he has a business though. If he doesn't take care of his business, his Tesla stocks, whoop.
Yeah, it's gone down.
So, I don't know, man. If he can't run Tesla, I don't think he can run the United States. So.
Pretty sure Tesla is one of the most valuable companies in the world.
You think Doge is a bad thing?
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't elected by the people. It was just plopped down by one branch of government, and it's cutting a bunch of things that it doesn't have power over. Like Congress is supposed to have power over the purse, but no. Those? Who the fuck are these guys?
Do you think there is waste in the government?
Yes, but not at the cost of those.
Not at the cost of those. So how do you think it, do you think it needed to have somebody come in like Elon Musk, one of the smartest men to ever walk the planet?
No. You should have just voted a congressperson who would care about cutting costs. That's what you should have done instead of electing some crazy, sociopathic, Tesla-owning piece of shit.
Yeah, I think it came. Chat saying we're getting audio issues. Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. 1 sec. You too. Oh, sorry, sir. Let's see. I'm hearing just fine. Everybody hearing good? Everybody here in the chat, we're hearing good. And thank you very much, JR, for the donation. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Yeah, I'm hearing good audio. All right, I think we're good. How are you guys doing? Having a great one? Thank you. Lots of people out here. Let's see, who shall we talk to, everybody? Remember, you guys, we're going to do a members-only live stream as well today. Should be wild. Members only, we're going to go up. Maybe I should go try to give a speech again. Oh, now they're trying to F Mike Lee. What's up? How you doing, man? What do you got here today in support of?
Pride
Right.
and Trump and stuff.
A little copyright music for you.
Okay, say that again, sir. What are you talking to this kid?
To a child.
What's wrong with talking to people?
Let's not talk to a child.
Okay.
Have an adult.
All right, let's talk, man. And can you turn down the audio so we can have a conversation?
No, not at all.
Sounds good. We'll move on up. I'm gonna go give a speech. Whoa, that's a good Photoshop job. Photoshop stuff. Good work. Alrighty.
I'm sorry. Stop.
How you doing? Spider-Man. Oh, I know you. How you doing?
Get the fuck out of here.
I just want to talk to Spider-Man. I want to talk to Spider-Man.
Get the fuck out of here.
I wanted to talk to
Nobody wants to
Spider-Man.
talk to you. Get the fuck
He
out
was
of
very
here.
happy until you started talking. That's the guy from the thumbnails. That's the man from the thumbnails. I should give him a tip. How you guys doing? Woo! Hello. How you doing, man? You're happy today. What are you out here sporting?
Just the good people of America.
Good people in America. We love America. You love America? I love America as well. Thank you so much for being out here protesting. Appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. They're trying to F Mike Lee right now. How you doing? These people. Look, now they're on. You guys should get an ethnic Shirley chant going. That'd be a good one. You should start one. Start it. That'd be a good one. Excuse me, can I come through here really quick? Thank you very much. You guys, at this rate, we might get an ethnic Shirley chant going. Here we go. What are you guys out here today in support of? All of it. You're loving it? The energy's phenomenal out here. Lots of energy. This guy likes Frozen music still. Crazy. They're talking about us right now. Woo! Let's see what they're talking about. Talking about the future.
Which at the moment is a pretty grim topic. But I want to speak about how we face our future and what our mission entails. Right now,
And I will get booed off the stage.
Musk and their billionaire robber baron buddies are looting
I'll get the
this
speech.
country.
You guys, chat. What should I say in my speech? Gonna get in line and give a speech. What shall we say, everybody? Somebody write me a good speech. We'll get up there. Look, we got the chopper.
That is not our money. Our money that these oligarchs want.
so funny they're talking about like them wanting their money. In reality, between cuts to Medicare, Medicaid, in reality, they're talking about cutting money, and they're not trying to steal Social Security money at all. If anything, they're going to make Social Security better for people because they're getting dead people off of Social Security. There's thousands of people, millions of people that were on Social Security that were dead. And they're getting angry about it. They've never said they're going to cut Social Security. They've never said they're going to cut Social Security.
We have aspirations for the future. We were going to go back to school, study something.
Thank you for the donation. We appreciate it. Netscape, thank you for the $5 donation. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Could you just say, do your research? Okay, I can ask someone to do that. Get on the chopper, Nick. Thanks, George Soros. Guys, I brought money for people because they always get mad at me for being at this protest. So I was like, I'll bring you guys some money. So we got like $100 in there. You want another one? Alright, we're gonna go get in line and give a speech.
Today we stand in the most uncertain times that most of us have ever faced, teetering on the edge of collapse. I've heard it said that it's always darkest before the dawn, but what they don't tell you is how much darker it can get. What we have seen in these first 75 days of this administration have merely been a prelude. We have no idea. USA! This to dishearten you. I'm trying to prepare all of you for what is to come. Because while the ruling class of robber barons have stolen the future that we deserved, they cannot steal the future itself. There will...
This is the line for a speech.
There will still be a future that we have to reckon with.
You guys, show the pan around.
All of us are brimming with rage. Day after day, there's more for us to be angry about. But like
look at that, we got so many people out here today.
That anger can only last so long.
Where's the line?
In time, that fury will cool. And if we are to continue the work that must be done, something will have to take its place. So right now, all those fires rage, use them to burn the wool from your eyes and the wool from the eyes of those around you.
How are you?
Keep your hands in your pocket. Because while the billionaire class who run our lives rightfully fear our rage, what they fear is our clarity.
I don't know if I'm going to speak. Thank you for coming, remember. Thank you, Griffin.
Who our enemies are and what our mission is.
Hands off my Tesla, $10 donation.
The 5051 movement has narrowed its mission to 3 simple words. Remove, reverse,
somebody just gave me a $10 donation. Can I give you $10? Can I give you some money?
We need to remove corrupt politicians via whatever legal means are available to us. Whether that be impeachment, conviction, voting them out, or just pressuring them until they resign. And note,
$4.
Note that I say corrupt politicians rather than calling out Trump or Musk or Mike Lee specifically.
$6.
I do this because even if they are gone, our work will not be done.
$7 now.
The ruling class can easily replace them. They are only symptoms of a deeper illness afflicting our nation.
Who would like this? You want $10? Can I pay for your lunch?
Next, we are to reverse the damage that has been caused by these traitors. And reinstate those who have lost their jobs.
$10?
Back into social safety
$10
net.
for lunch. Somebody gave me $10, so I figured I could pay it back. You want $10? Everybody wants the money. Wait, we gotta stay away from the kids. You gotta stay there. She tickled you.
Of the people, by the people.
You want $10?
The people.
$10 for you. I don't need your money. I just wanted to pay it forward.
Bills are great, but they don't mean anything.
What's up?
Plan to achieve them.
What are you mad about? You want $10? No.
The project of reclamation.
Yeah, he likes the Dodgers. They won the championship.
Some specific things that
you're talking to people like you. I cannot cover it. Pretty simple, actually. Especially because I don't know. They got mad at me for making money doing my job, so I wanted to give somebody $10. A great American leader. You must ask yourself what free lunch for your country. You work hard. So do I. I work hard too. You work hard. I love your shoes, man. Thank you. What? I said wait. Now, nothing. Nothing to you. Like running for office. And you might be saying to yourself, oh, I'm not smart enough to do that. I heard Muck Walk sounds like, what did you say? XYZ enough to do that. But I would direct you to the people who are currently holding office. Let's see. Where's the line to give a speech? Can you direct me in the way to give a speech? So delegates, legislators, senators, mayors, school boards. Play the music. So many opportunities out there. And many of those seats, they run unopposed. So let's oppose them. There we go. Making it onto a ballot is not the end of it. I like that. That's some good classic music right there. Only a beginning. Something that I have learned. That's some good stuff right there. Democracy is not something that happens. Can you play Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar? Years. It's not limited to hands off Social Security. They aren't taking away Social Security. Thanks for becoming a member. We appreciate it. We're going to do a members only live stream today as well if you want to join. $5 here on the channel. Thank you very much. Happy birthday. They wish me happy birthday. My birthday. Alright, let's see. Who shall we give the $10 to? And community. So you don't want the $10, Chelsea? I don't want to give it to you. Not to you. We want to see your face first. So we need to show up for our communities, and there's so many ways you can do that. You can shop local. What's that? The people who work in those small markets and let them know that you're going to support. I heard Judge, he's pretty dang good. My cameraman has a Dodgers hat on. Now apparently it's bad to have a Dodgers hat. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for having me. What song's this one? What song's this one? We do get to choose how we engage with that word. What is it? Your mother's a cunt. What? Your mother's a cunt. What? Your mother's a cunt. Wait, what? Your mother's a cunt. Wait, I don't understand what you're saying. The music's so loud. Can you turn it down so I can hear what you're saying? I just wanted to hear what you're saying. Most importantly of all, we need to show up in our neighborhoods. How many of you know one or two of your neighbors that even that? Should we just stand here? Is this some Hamilton or what? Far more than any of us are used to. Alright, we want to. Can we move? Can we get through here? If you need an excuse to knock on their door, I'd like to go down. Get a packet to gather signatures for the HB2 referendum. Or just my name's Nick Shirley. Just go on a walk and say hello to every YouTube channel, yeah. Look, we got 3,000 people watching right now. Having a good time. The pandemic and our quote-unquote social media has done a number on our social skills. But like any other skill, you can get better. And this one skill, you need to develop. Here, we got it right here if you want to take it. You guys, I'm trapped. If nothing else, you need to start talking to the people around you. Make connections. Make one new friend. Because we don't know when those friends will be all that we have. I'm trying to make friends here. The billionaire class wants to take everything from us. They want to I'm trying to get down. But one thing they can never take from me. She won't let me go down. Alright. Climb it over. It is not a consumable resource. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Has only grown as I have seen more and more of my compatriots waking up, joining hands, and standing together.
You lost the election. You lost the election.
We're the majority. We can carry each other into a new dawn. Yes! Let's see. Bernie Sanders is sitting here in Utah. Bernie coming! Bernie coming!
You lost the election. You lost the election. Alright guys, have a good night. Peace out. Thanks for watching.